Hey everyone, my name's Christy. Welcome to my corner. Thanks so much for joining me today for Flossmas number 4. Anna Burgess is very excited too. I don't know if you heard that. I have a very loud bird outside apparently. It is December 4th, 2022, and you are very welcome to hang out with me as I talk about my crafting and my cross stitching and kind of what I'm doing during the day and, you know, whatever ends up happening, I guess, whatever I end up talking about. A lot of you have been commenting on my coffee because I keep talking about my coffee. It's one of the things I talk about. And High Point Roasters is the brand, is the roaster. And I really like the Magnolia blend. They have other single origins, but I really like the Magnolia blend. And in fact, the Magnolia blend was the first kind of coffee that I got from them. And I actually didn't buy it directly from them. We have these two amazing museums that are kind of connected in Jackson, Mississippi, which is our capital. It's the Civil Rights Museum and the Mississippi History Museum. If you're ever in the area, the Civil Rights Museum is fantastic. It's a fantastic museum. And when it opened, I think it opened in like 2016, 2017. All of the like civil rights leaders, you know, whoever was still alive came, and like John Lewis came. Anyway, a lot of civil rights leaders came to the opening, and it's just really excellent. And it really talks about the history of civil rights in Mississippi in particular, which was a major part of the civil rights movement, right? Mississippi, in a lot of ways, was a very important part of the civil rights movement. They have a gift shop, and and this was called the Bicentennial Blend at the time because it was celebrating the bicentennial statehood of Mississippi. I don't remember when that was. I'm not a U.S. historian, don't judge me. Anyway, I got it then, and then they changed the name to Magnolia Blend once, you know, it's been the bicentennial, I think maybe 2016. That's my favorite, is the Magnolia Blend. And like I said, they have single origin options, but I like the blend. So you did not come here to talk about coffee, although I do talk about that a lot. I want to welcome my new friends. Thank you for joining me. I want to welcome back all my returning friends. If you want to see what I'm doing during the day and you know, aren't following me on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram in these two places, Dr._Christy and the Spoolery. And in this episode, we're going to open up a tiny present, I'm going to show you my progress on my craft from yesterday. I'm going to sneeze. I cut that out, but it was a good one. And now I'm going to be sniffly for the rest of the video. Open a tiny present, talk about my progress on my crafting from yesterday, my experiment from yesterday. I did some stitching I can show you, and I also did some model stitching that I can't show you, and that's probably it. Talk about plans. I think that's basically it. So let's first do our tiny present, and it is an even day, so it is a pattern piece and a floss. Now, I've opened this but have not looked in it. I just didn't want the crinkles. So let's look at the floss first, since that's what I can show you. Ooh, it's a very nice, it's a lightly variegated gray called Steam Engine. That's a really nice, it's a very dove gray. It's sort of, it's bordering on periwinkle, I would say. Not quite, it's definitely gray, but that's sort of like where it's leaning. So that is the floss. Now let's look at the pattern and see what we see. It's just swirls. There is no, oh, there's a number, 480. So there's sort of a central, I think it's going to be the front of a train, is what I'm expecting. There is a central round medallion with 482 in the medallion, and then it looks like steam coming out of where a locomotive, like a what's it called, steam engine sort of output would be. That is day 4. The color's really nice though. The color's really nice. I'm gonna do my experiment advent. Okay, so if you are watching this on a phone, you're fine. If you're watching it on a big screen, if you could squint, you might be able to see. I'll hold it far away. You might be able to see the galacticity of it. So this was my third try, and if I were any kind of a floss tuber, I would have taken pictures of my first and second try, but I'm not. I'm a terrible floss tuber. So this is what you get. This was sort of my last attempt. I probably did this for a couple hours just to get something that looked vaguely galactic and not like a very colorful egg. So I'll bring it closer so you can see it. And by the way, I've decided that I'm not posting pictures of my daily progress on my Instagram until after I show you all. So there we go. That's my galaxy. And honestly, looking at it now on camera, it actually does read somewhat galaxy. So that makes me feel good. The first two did not read galaxy. And the back looks cool too. I like how the back looks. But the back is very fluffy. So anyway, this is what I did yesterday. I made a little galaxy on linen in needle felt. And I feel relatively proud of this. I used just leftovers from my kit that I showed you a couple days ago. Not the one I'm doing now, not the seascape, but like the mountain one with the, if I can find a picture, I'll put it up here. If I can't, I'm not going to worry about it. But I showed it to you in day 1, Flossmas 1. No, I'm sorry. I showed it to you in Flossmas 2 when I showed you my completed stuff. And it had these sort of great galactic colors in it. And then I have a ton of natural white roving wool. So I use that. Anyway, so that's my galaxy. I might hoop it and put it up on my wall, my gallery wall. That could be cute. I'll maybe paint this black. That's an idea. All right. Decided. And it fits perfectly in a little 6-inch hoop. And that's great. Okay, good. So that's that. So that means that we need to choose a new project from the jar of possibilities for me to work on. Okay, I didn't show you me pulling it out, but I promise I pulled one out that felt like it wanted to be pulled out. Oh, that's fantastic. I've been looking at these. Mend jeans and film. So I have a pair of jeans that I bought. Hold on one second. I'm going to go get them. It's chilly out there today and I didn't put a coat on. So those of you who are new, I film in a different building. We have a little compound. We have a little like rental house on our property, but the bathroom and kitchen aren't high up to quality enough to rent out. You know, it's an old house. Like the structure itself is in really good shape. And so anyway, I've turned it into my studio and we use it for storage, which means that I had to sort of go outside to get these. All right. I bought these jeans, and they had holes in them, and I don't mind holes this size. I do mind holes this size. And so I had another hole on this side that I mended. And I need to mend these because I can't wear them like this. I put my foot through them. It's not how I want to wear my jeans. Yeah, I don't want giant holes in my jeans. So what I'm doing is I'm using different colored embroidery floss to mend them. And I am really happy with the result of this. And so I'm going to do this other big hole today, which will take more than an hour, but that's okay. And after I showed this one on my Instagram or on my floss tube, a couple people wanted a tutorial on how I did it. So when I fix this, I'm actually going to film. I'm going to do it over there in my sort of filming crafting station. And film a tutorial for sometime in the new year. I won't be posting this or editing this anytime soon, but I will at least film it so that way if anybody wants to know how to mend large holes in jeans, and this is visible mending. I'm a huge fan of visible mending. I think it's beautiful. I love it. It's you know, I'm not hiding it. I'm not pretending that it's not mended. So that is what I'm doing today, is mending this, and that makes me really happy. I was actually looking at these, like these have been sitting on the back of my stitching chair for a week and a half. And I was actually thinking maybe I just need to mend them, and then when I pull that card, just say, oh, I already did that. Let's pull another card because I want to wear these jeans. They're like they're like casual jeans, and all my other jeans are kind of like nicer jeans. And I want to wear my casual jeans to just with a t-shirt and just go around and do my Christmas shopping or whatever I'm doing. So that is what I'm working on today, and that's fantastic. So let's talk stitching. I have done stitching. I did do stitching today. In fact, I worked on my model stitch. I did like 700 stitches in my model stitch. But I also went to our local beer garden / pizza place. They have a fire pizza oven out back. They make the best pizza in town. It's so good. Anyway, my friend is also doing the Stiach along. She's on a different team, but I don't hold that against her. And we get together, so even before Stiach, we got together to stitch. And I'll post a picture here of, I brought my helmet from the video from last week with me yesterday so that she could see it. Anyway, and I took a picture. So we're at Munson Brothers. I don't remember what it's called, but I just call it Munson's. And we stitched on our Stiach. Oh, sorry. What I was saying is that our little like meetups are called the Granny Craft Club. So at some point when I get a moment, I'm going to make Granny Craft Club koozies. I'm also making Sips and Stitches koozies. So those of you in Sips and Stitches, I promise I'm going to make them. I bought the stuff to make them. And I'm also sending out the stickers like this week. I made Christmas cards for everybody. So I'm sending them out. I've been very behind in my Sips and Stitches swag that I've promised. So I need to get that out. But anyway, I want to make us Granny Craft Club beer koozies. And maybe even a Granny Craft Club cross stitch pattern. Anyway, we've been working on our Stiach along, and I'm almost done with the original pattern. So all I have left are some, I think maybe I just have this left. Yeah, all I have left is this bottom border here, and then I can work on my bottom section. Now, there are 2 hearts right here. I don't like them. They feel very 1980s goose cross stitch to me, and I don't love it. So I'm gonna wait and see if there are any motifs from the options in the second half patterns to see if there's one that I'm interested in. I'm charting my own, as I've said. It's going to say, try reading the syllabus. And then I'm going to put like another border on the bottom just to tie it all together. But I'm sure I think like a little flower like that right here, or like a smaller version would look better. I just don't want to put hearts there. I've pulled out the gridding and the top, except this one because apparently I sewed through it. So I need to finagle that under my magnifying glass, which I didn't have access to at Munson's. So that's where I am. And we have a Sips and Stitches Zoom today, so I will work on this then. And then I have grading to do all day. I have a ton of grading to do. I guess that's not true. I don't have a ton of grading to do. Because I'm the chair of my department, I actually have half the number of classes that I used to teach. So I don't have a ton of grading to do. But I do still have grading to do. So that's by afternoon and all day tomorrow. And then the last thing we have is a giveaway. And for our giveaway today, it's going to be, and they're all spoolie related, it's going to be a spoolie scissors fob with a bee on it. So it has a tiny little carabiner clasp. It has a chain with a little bee charm. It has a little vintage button on the bottom, and it's just an empty spool, and then the top is gilded. So this is the prize for the 4th. If you want to win this, please say the word, please write the word thread in the comments down below, and I will do a random comment picker and after the holidays and choose a winner, and I will let you know if you are the winner. You must be 18 so I can legally get your address. Please be a subscriber. Please like this video. Don't say giveaway, free, prize, whatever. And this does not have any monetary value. I mean, it does, but I'm not replacing it. I'm not replacing it if it gets lost in the mail. It's just lost in the mail, and that's a bummer. So that is, oh, and I will ship anywhere in the world. So anywhere in the world, if you would like to have a tiny little bee end spool scissors fob, put thread in the comments down below. I think that's it from me. I have a lot to do today. The mending will actually take a good bit of time, but I'm so excited that I get to mend those jeans. It just makes me so happy. So thank you again for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. And with all that being said, please take good care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye.